Y'all, if you are cold out there, you got to make you some tea. Welcome back to Bedtime Storms with B. I hope you're having a beautiful night. And if you're not, we're going to make it a little better with this story we got for you, okay? Diving straight into my grandmother's book. And you're going to love it. You're going to love it. This one is called Encountering Ecstasy. I had never believed in the power of attraction until the day he entered my life. I was on a bus of all places, immersed in a book that asked me to take a journey to the far reaches of space and believe in incredible luck. He didn't ask to sit down, but the second his arm touched mine proved to be the most intensely sexual moment of my life. I turned to him suddenly, wanting to see that face that had elicited such a response from my body, and he turned to my invitation and smiled. That smile, wrapped up in the bonnet of warm chocolate, pulled me in and sucked me into his mysterious world. I looked away, pretending to return to my book. I felt him look away, finding other interest in the people on the bus, but his arm still brushed occasionally against mine. The touch was fire, burning flames coursing through my body. Did he know that he had that effect on me? Did he do this on purpose? My body would not cooperate with me. It tingled and quivered at every touch. It longed for him, begged him to indulge it. My mind struggled for supremacy, but in the lure of wild passions, who can win? The only thing that seemed to work well was my mouth, except it required constant moistening in anticipation of wrapping itself around his mouth. I closed the book and decided to focus on the setting outside the window. It helped me move away from him at least, but I found out quickly how truly cruel my body can be. Without his touch, it hungered. The intensity of my beating heart was only a foreshadowing of something more potent. I almost didn't see the signs, almost let the feeling engulf me. My body wanted him and would have him. My legs were tensing, tingling. My groin was preparing itself without my consent. He will come, it promised, or you will. The sudden revelation of my predicament startled me away from the outside scene, forced me to confront the presence beside me. Was he a demon, able to blow his hot breath upon me and will me to submission? Surely no ordinary man would bring an orgasm by simply sitting beside a woman, especially me, and it was coming. Every move I made to halt his climation only aided it, made it stronger. Even the thought of getting up and finding another seat was shot down. For the movement itself almost sent me reeling with pleasure. I would like to know that he didn't sense my discomfort, that he was another of these listless passengers on the bus, but I could feel the warmth rising in him as well. At this point, I didn't care if it was illusion or reality. He had to feel this too. He had to. And then I came. In my room at home, I could scream, relish in its power, but here on this crowded bus, I can only moan quietly. The passion locked my legs and I held on to the ecstasy as long as I could. I didn't know how I appeared to other people. To him, I didn't know if they understood what was happening to me, if he understood. I just couldn't let the feeling go. I felt too good. Then it began to ebb, and I began to regain control of my body. He reached toward me, and with my heart threatening to explode from the scent of his body, pushed the button to alert the driver to stop. As the bus slowed, he glanced at me briefly, smiled brilliantly, and got up to wait. It took all of my remaining willpower to remain in my seat, to let him go. The doors to the bus swished open, seemed to suck the air from my lungs. Then he was gone. I saw him across the street and I watched him walk for as long as I could. As the bus turned the corner, I lost sight of him. I didn't dare look at the others in the bus. Had they seen? Did they know? At last, I smiled at the questions. Who cares if they saw? Who cares if they knew? I had had the best bus ride of my life, and I planned to finish it. Nice. Now that's a spicy bus ride. Y'all had a bus ride like that? I never had a bus ride like that, man. I gotta get back on the bus to see what that'll be like. I hope y'all are having an amazing night and sipping on some good wine or some tea. I got some mango turmeric tea and it's amazing, y'all. Y'all have a great night and I'll see y'all next time with Bedtime Stories with B.